Can you change the world on your own? I certainly asked myself that question going back 5 years ago and come to the conclusion that no, I couldn't. It would require a unified purpose, connecting the right people together. I'll tell you a little bit more as we get into this video, but a little bit about myself. I've got an extensive background in sales and marketing, or direct sales, and predominantly in the stock market and investment space and capital raising. You can see down here, actually, this is my office that we had, a public investment company. We built a fintech. Unfortunately, I made a few mistakes, brought in the wrong partners, and a few things that I did along that journey really has given me some great knowledge in how to serve purpose-driven entrepreneurs that just to make their journey easier, long story short. And part of that process is online sales funnels and marketing in traditional land. But what I did going in that rabbit hole is went down two rabbit holes at once with what was happening with converging exponential technologies like AI, blockchain, and the rest of them. There's many of them, so ultimately what I realised, because I had a role with an edtech AI company helping curb the influence that the internet was having over children, and selling that education to schools, I realised they couldn't keep up. Now, having two children, as I mentioned, I realised that self-education was the key, and when I became a certified knowledge broker to connect the right people together to keep up myself with what's going on with fast-moving world and different technologies, and then be able to serve other people to be able to take advantage of those. Just recently also became a certified OpenExo consultant so I could hone my skills, and you'll see why in this presentation. Now the problem is, as I mentioned before, business is hard. That's the second point, but the alternative is having a job that you're not satisfied with, and most people are simply not living a life with purpose and meaning. They're just working to pay the bills. Now we've got converging exponential technologies with another spanner in the works. So ultimately it's getting harder and we want to make it easier. The solution we felt was collaborative knowledge and revenue sharing. Now we've been hosting a variety of different group interviews and conversations along the road, and now we're at a point where we've worked out the monetary systems where people can feel comfortable to share their knowledge, knowing they can get rewarded from a revenue point of view. It won't take away from them, which I found to be an issue. And ultimately we can push forward to have the impact that we all desire. So ultimately our main SDG that we're aligned to, and if you don't know what that is, Sustainable Development Goals, is to promote the inclusive nature and give access to the abundance of opportunities from technologies. So the way that we're doing this is two segments, and we're starting on the business level first, where we're actually following the methods of OpenExo and the 10 EXO attributes. There is an 11th one, which is why you're doing it, your purpose. But we're putting together a collaborative army of people that have skill sets in the knowledge of setting up exponential organisations and all the technologies that associate with that. Now, anyone can get involved, whether you don't have the knowledge, you're a reporter of knowledge, and breaking that knowledge to then become an expert yourself. And if you're an expert, you're able to serve those other two categories. Now, the same principles and systems that we build on a business level, we're going to build for character growth. You can see there's 10 segments of character growth here as well. Now, ultimately, what we want to be able to do is indoctrinate people to build on their ideas, to help them build their communities, to report on knowledge, to build their teams, to be able to have a successful business and have impact themselves. So stage one, what we're doing is focusing on marketing and selling innovation to businesses, and we've got our innovation sales machine, which is a collaborative team that is being rewarded with revenue sharing in the offer that we're making, which is a sort of a coaching program which is helping systemize and scale any business innovation consultant and coach, and through, again, traditional marketing, sales funnels and sales trainings. And ultimately the main goal is to automate the front end of your sales funnels so you can be spending more time one-on-one with the businesses, the people that need your help. Same thing will apply to the personal growth side of things when we develop that platform. I'll touch on that in a sec. So stage two, and they're sort of running congruently at the same time with masterminds that are focused on we're starting off with the sales side of things, how to best sell innovation to businesses, but then we're focusing on those attributes and looking at the technologies around that to build a bit of a audience or a community around that, linking with some existing platforms like OpenExo and potentially Singularity University and some other potentials that are in the mix. So the process behind this and what I realised with Unified Purpose, I built a platform before in a fintech, and we're going to be building a platform again. So we've got things like OpenExo, an existing platform I recommend anyone get involved with and have a look at. But what we want to do is build partner programs, so this can be something that can be rolled out around the world, because with OpenExo, it's the goal to transform the world for a better place. And they can't do it on their own, like Unified Purpose, I can't. Neither can you. So what we're looking to do is build a partner platform integrating with things like their platform as a leveraged asset, which is one of the EXO methodologies, and extending on with that with some of the systems and methodologies that we have planned. The perfect scenario here is that we have tremendous profit and impact through the revenue sharing metrics. Our sales machine growth team are helping to monetize all this content that we produce in all areas of the market with omnipresence marketing, and we've got multi-purpose, multiple growth avenues to go and target with different industries and different expertise and what have you. And the whole goal with any sales funnel, if you can get something that's breaking even, where you spend $1,000 on advertising, you make at least 1.2 times back on that investment the same week, then you can really scale your business. So we feel we've got a tremendous opportunity to do that across many avenues. And now what we're in the process of doing is looking at the best way to structure our sales for social impact. We have partnered with B1G1 to build into our processes some surplus money going towards impact projects, because this isn't just about the money in an abundance world. What we would like to do is set up a structure, though, because two parts of this is to pay it forward and see people go through that character growth and indoctrinate ideas, as I mentioned before, and put them maybe through a scholarship. But the other part is, like, I've been asking a lot of questions around smart and sustainable, affordable housing projects around the world, and we've got a great team or great people that are committed to being part of a team to actually make that happen, and a pilot program looking very promising. So that would be sort of the philanthropy type of thing, and that's not going to stop us from having centralised hubs to give people in those communities the opportunities with everything that we do online. So there it is. The next steps, if you're interested, is to schedule a call, potentially take that survey for the online process so you know where you fit in, and my details are on the screen here. Reach out by all means. But look, I look forward to having a conversation or working with you, and see you on the inside. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.